Welcome to another episode of Random Replays from the Student StarCraft AI Tournament server. Today we have got Jakob Tranchik versus I don't know versus whom, and I think we have got one replay with Thomas Siri and one with Thomas Vader, but as you can see we only get 4 letters of the name, so we don't know for sure. And as last replay of today we have got Thomas Vader with Ximp versus TSC Mu Terran. And now we have got a bit of an outsiders match. We've got Jakob Tranchik versus Andrew Smith, and well, let's start with Andrew Smith first in the white. Let me do it like this. Oh no, I can't do that. Oh, that's a pity. So we've got a white Protoss versus a yellow Protoss, but Andrew Smith is the coder of SkyBot, Skynet, and Skynet is a very solid gateway Protoss. So, oh yeah, let's speed it up a bit. Oh no, let's not speed it up a bit, because I've got to show you what Jakob Tranchik is all about. It's about scouting and mining minerals, and after that, what will we see? We will see a pylon. Who would have guessed we would see a pylon? Okay, so a pylon, how very interesting. And now a forge, and that is interesting. If you know the AIs by Blizzard, the Protoss either does a 17 Zealot rush, or it starts out with a cannon and does something of a cannon rush. Oh, look at here. These SCVs of Jacobs aren't returning fire, and this one probe is... what's it going to do? What's it going to do? Oh, here we got a pylon here, and this probe is... oh, it's got 2 kills already, 3 kills. This is not going well for Tranchik. And Skynet is building units to kill... oh, and... yeah, that's a bit of a pity. This was a cannon rush, but it got scouted. And it is very well that I chose this replay, because not very many bots can deal with a cannon rush. And in the meanwhile, this probe is getting so many kills. Jakob Tranchik has a cannon rush bot. There's nothing wrong with that. To the casual observer it might seem a bit simple, but it is not, because actually the pattern and the way in which it places its cannons has been learned. So it's played a massive amount of games, and from that it deduced how to place its cannons. Usually, if it gets a chance, it will move into the main base and start building pylons, say a bit to the side, like here. Let's open up the entire map. So out of sight of the player. Oh golly, we've got a DT, how interesting. I didn't know that Skynet could do DTs. Failing that, if it doesn't get into the main base, it will start outside, which it did. We saw a pylon and 2 cannons, which got killed before I had a chance to click on them. Oh, and now Skynet is going for the kill, but these cannons, placed here to deal with that harassing SCV, the dirty slapper, have also killed a couple of zealots and a dragoon. So now what have we got? It's still trying, I think, to do another cannon rush, all while Skynet is expanding, and it sees now, well, no, there are zealots, so I can't do that. I've got to go back. From what seemingly is a very simple bot, we have got now more complex behavior, because it tried a cannon rush, it got cancelled, it got harassed, so it defended with the only weapon it had, which are cannons. And now it has come to the conclusion that it cannot cannon rush again, so we'll have to go, we'll have to find out what it's going to do next. It might be saving for a Nexus, it might be saving for something else expensive, or it might have gone catatonic. No, it hasn't. Okay, it's going to build more cannons. How glorious is that? And a pylon. Good. We've got a probe scouting, we've got another probe scouting, and we have got a base on the other side of the map. So Skynet is building another base before its natural is up. That's interesting. And tag-wise, It's now got, oh dear, it's got some units stuck, but that's not the biggest problem. It's got Templar tech, it's got 3 gates, 4 gates, and I don't know if it's got range. If you see an attack and if my eyesight is that acute, I could probably see if it's got range or not. But if you look at it, 460 supply, and here we've got 13. And more cannons on the way. It is always a little bit difficult with these learning bots to see what they have learned and what they are doing, because if you've got a complex piece of software, there is always the chance that things go wrong. And if things go wrong and things go right, it is very hard to say where things are going wrong and where things are going right. The only thing we can see here is a bot playing a game of StarCraft, so we don't know which modules are malfunctioning or which are working perfectly, or if there is not a devious plan in building cannons to the south of the base and not, say, at the ram where you'd expect them, or here and claim a natural expansion. I don't know. So let's get back. Okay, it's macroing up nicely, it's building probes, and building dragoons, plural, yeah, very good. And here we have got another pylon. So economy-wise, SkyNet is far ahead, and Jacob Tranchik is building a lot of pylons, a lot of cannons. Let's speed it up a little bit until something happens again. We can see all the probes, all the scouting probes are returning. No, it can't go faster. What have we got? We've got some cannons of our own. Oh dear, look at that. Look at that, it is going all out. We've got an observatory, we've got a robovac, we've got a Stargate. So SkyNet, whilst seemingly, oh dear, its building placement isn't optimal, it's got about 12 supply stuck, and now it's moving out. So it's up to these cannons. Oh, this might be a good position if they can shoot. Oh, finish. That would be very good, because all the units would get stuck here. But no, SkyNet is moving up, and now we've got a kind of a concave. That's interesting. And let's see. These Dark Templar aren't doing too much. Well, they're doing damage, but they aren't cloaked, as the entire army is cannons. And this looks like it's got range. So yeah, the ground army is doing some cleanup on these cannons. More army is following. We've got a 3-base SkyNet and more gates. What was it building? Did it build? Oh, it's got an Arbiter Tribunal. So this is very interesting. Perhaps SkyNet is one of these bots which needs a little bit more time, and then it can pull all the plugs and move into whatever it's about to do. These cannons seem to have had their best time. Especially with the reinforcements coming up. This Protoss Jacob Tranchik doesn't seem to be long for this world. And we have got, oh dear, we've got Templar, High Templar, with the energy upgrade, soon to be. Arbiter Tribunal isn't doing anything, Robo isn't doing anything. Oh, it built an observer, how cute. Okay, so we can assume that this is done. Let me grant these ground forces the pleasure of raising the base, because that is always a nice thing to do. And GG, Jacob Tranchik eliminated by a SkyNet. Okay, perhaps a mental note to myself, I'll write it down, SkyNet. I need to find a longer game to be able to demonstrate you what else it can do. And well, although not the most spectacular game, I hope I've been able to explain a little bit why some bots don't really do all the spectacular things you'd like them to do. And one flew under the radar because I didn't know that SkyNet could do all these crazy things. We have now got another Lita bot, this time versus Thomas, and Thomas can be Thomas Siri. Or Thomas Vader, and if it's Thomas Vader, it will be, we've got a 1, 2, 3, we've got 3 Tomei, or Tomai, I don't know, Latin was never my strong point. We've got 3 times Thomas, and I'm not sure which Thomases I have selected for today. If I remember correctly, I selected 3 because one is bound to be... It will be rather a stroke of luck to catch all 3 of the same, and I just don't have that luck. But let's look at it. We've got Thomas Siri. Oh, very good. Very good, because I know there's at least one Thomas Vader in there. So if you've got Thomas Siri in the blue, that is one bit of good luck. And we've got Martin Royakers with Litterbot in the brown. Okay, this is a bit of a bigger map, so if it's going to do a barrack pressure or proxy barracks, it will need a little bit more time for that. And on the other side, Thomas Siri has a little bit more time to get up some form of defense. Now, let's see how it's going to turn out. Pilot first, what a surprise. And Martin Royakers is going for a depot first, so it does seem that on bigger maps it doesn't favor a direct aggression, but it... look at that. 11, 12 SCVs already. Okay, so this is not going to be a cheesy all-in. No, more SCVs being built. And Thomas Siri is going for a Zealot first, so any kind of harass that would have been done would have met 1 Zealot at least. Okay, so only 1. Look at it. Only 1 Marine parked at the ramp, and then the barracks lifts. Gas is being mined, and a factory. So perhaps it's going metal, and Litterbot has been updated again. Oh no, here's some more Marines. Okay, we'll have to go and find and see what it is all about. We've got an expansion by Thomas Siri, and it's stockpiling money for some reason, I don't know. Slow down, boy. Okay. This SC probe is not getting in there. And this Zealot has stalled. Okay, and the money is now being spent, which is good. We've got an assimilator, we've got a core, and we've got another pylon. It is always such a pity to see bots getting stuck, and only occasionally will they get unstuck. So props to Thomas Siri for that. Yep, let's speed it up a little. Okay, so an academy. Perhaps, what have we here? We've got a tank. Perhaps this is going to be a kind of mech play, or it's going to be the build with which it crushed Thomas Vader's Ximp in the Student StarCraft AI Tournament 2014's final, which was a marine and tank combined pressure. Now, if it's going to be that, let's see how Thomas Siri is gearing up for that. We've got 3 Zealots, a bunch of probes, and we haven't got really many gateways, so I don't know if it is going to be enough. Look at it, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Marines, 1 tank, and oh dear, Stimpack. I thought there were medics in the mix as well, but you never know. So perhaps these 4 by now Zealots may have a chance. And the Marines are microing, that's always a good sign. But with the defender's advantage, Thomas Siri may have a chance. Yeah, look at that, the Marines, although they are microing well individually, as a group they are not as efficient, and they hightail it home, leaving only the tank to do what it can. Versus Zealots, it should be able to micro them down endlessly until something stronger comes along. What have we got? We've got more pylons and more gates. So Thomas Siri seems to be in a good position, but now there are 2 tanks, and they've got 1 kill already. And if we're only on 1 gate, 2 tanks will take on a Dragoon and finish it pretty quickly. And there's a 3rd coming. So what have we here? We've got more barracks. More barracks. More is always the answer. And the range upgrade. So most likely this is either going to stay a mixed build with bio and mech, or pure bio, supported by only a handful of tanks. Oh, look at that! The probe is having none of it. It's chasing away the siege tanks, and only now do they manage to kill it. What have we got? We've got 2 Zealots and a Goon, and a Robobay, and a Reaver. Okay, that is interesting, but not many not too many units building. It could do a better job at macroing. And a third, which is good, but if you are going to be tank rolled, you need more units, and okay, 3 goons is a bit, but there comes some marines with medics, and marines with medics are very, very powerful. Kill the medic or kill the tanks, don't fire on the marine. Okay, 3, and the goons seem to be able to clear this. Good. It is always good to see if a cheese bot does something else than cheese, and it is good to see if 2 bots are evenly matched, because in that case we get an interesting game. So, third on the way, and Leader bot is still on 1 base, and although siege tanks and marine with medics are very powerful, in the long run you'd want more. You need much more. Pew pew, no, you can fight a lot of goons with tanks and fire bats. Fire bats are very good against zealots, not so much against dragoons, but you're going to need a better battle order, and now we've got a Reaver. So as long as these tanks don't siege, the Reaver should have a fair game. But still, so few gateway units, We've got more gates coming, an observatory, and a citadel, so perhaps some Dark Templars, and the Reaver is now getting shots in, which is always nice to see. Litterbot has got a comsat with full energy, 2 kills already, and this goon and this zealot are very, very brave, but also very foolish, because look at it, you can't chase into that. That's just silly. Okay, and this Reaver had better fire the shots of his life or get the hell out of there, because all these tanks, there are too many. Boom! Oh, glorious! 3 fire. I don't like fire bats. 3 fire bats dead. And medics. Okay, so they are being chased. Oh, 3 medics at once. Very. No. You got to tank for this Reaver, because although, yeah, 1 more. And it does. Fire! 2 tanks go, and then the Reaver dies. But it has done its duty. It's killed a number of tanks. And with the superior economy of Thomas Siri, this is looking better and better for our friendly neighborhood Protoss. These tanks rack up the kills, but these fire bats aren't doing anything, and the minerals are getting low. So if you are going to play a 1-base Terran, please kill the enemy quickly before he's moved on to 3 bases. And I don't know what the scouting thing is going to do, but perhaps Thomas Siri is already looking for a 4th base. So, major props to Litterbot for doing another build. Do we have any upgrades? No, we haven't got any upgrades. It's got another build, which it does, seen as the distance is pretty long. It couldn't rush, so it did the siege tank bio combo. But now it's got to make the next step, and the next step is to incorporate multi-base play, because look at it. 900 here. These are all very, very low, and Thomas Siri is on 4 bases. 3 bases as yet. What's happening here? No, that's not a base. So its infrastructure is very, very good, and we have got, what have we got? We've got leg speed coming up, which will help these zealots immensely in dealing with all the enemy. But if you look at it, okay, here comes the 4th. If you look at it, Thomas Siri doesn't really do any kind of advanced army management, and now it's got only zealots with... Look at this fight, is so unfair. Where are the Reavers? There must be more Reavers. Where are the Reavers? Yesterday, I don't know. Once upon a time I saw a lot of Reavers from Thomas Siri, and they were very, very good, but if you keep feeding your army piecemeal into a Terran, and the Terran is healing up, that means that the Terran can gather a strong push, a wave of units, and if there are only units coming out one at a time, it isn't going to work, and then you'll need all the macro you've got, because you're fighting so very, very inefficiently. Look at it. These goons, they can barely kill. They can't even kill a single firebat, and more tanks are coming, more firebats are coming. And are some marines coming, or is it firebat and medic only? Okay, a lot of medics. So we've got a bit of a tank wall, fire bats and medics, and then tanks at the back to do the damage, which is very good. But even so, Leaderbot only has a small time frame in which to win this before the 4th base kicks in and its own base runs out. Here the first patches of minerals are already declining fast. And look at it, all these goons with their micro, they are taking out the bio despite all the medics healing it. And now they're going for the tanks, and the tanks are done for. This many dragoons, you need a hell of a lot of tanks, or with siege mode to kill them. And now we've got some marines. Will that tide that tide? No, it won't. It won't, and we've got a reaver. Slowly but sturdily crawling. So Thomas Siri has done well in macroing, but his fights are very disorganized. That is something it could get so much more of, because once it starts incorporating Zealot, Dragoon and eventually combined with Reaver tactics, if they can operate as a group, they will become so much stronger. And if you combine that with the enormous macro potential it has, it will become a very good enemy. And then it can leave the, well, shall I say, midfield, because at the top you've got these couple of very good Terrans which use or abuse siege tanks, battle cruisers and vulture mines. And at the, well, the starting out bots are those which are doing, oh, that was a pity. Starting bots doing 5 pool or a cheese like liter bot, and have to develop into something new. But the midfield is full of all kinds of crazy concepts and bots which either have good macro like Thomas Siri but no good unit micro, or they have excellent micro but no macro, or they have just a weird unit composition. That happens as well. But if you've got this macro, you've got this tech use, it's very good. And then you need to be able to make the next step by implementing some kind of unit micro and make a bid for the place amongst the top. Because if you can get some traction on this macro and deploy these units successfully, so as to, for example, break a siege line, splitting the T, like it's called. If you can break a siege line, if you can break a minefield, if you can deal with air attacks, if you can deal with drop harass, you are going to be in a much better position. Leaderbot has done what it could. It has fought well, it's got decent micro, but at 1 base versus 3 or now 5 bases of Protoss, it's just a losing battle. It is a losing battle, and now the forges start spinning. It will be too late, but look at it. Both of these bots have so much potential, and both are still being developed, so I am curious to see what they are going to do next. Here goes the command center, and look at all the minerals. If it had built vultures with spider mines, it could have done so much more, even off 1 base. So, seeing how Martin Royager devised this excellent cheese, that's a GG. I'm sure he will be able to come up with something even better, because expanding isn't all that hard, and using tech isn't very hard either, so I think he is going to be just fine. And we'll be proceeding with our next match, which is Jacob Tranchik versus another Thomas, and I'll be curious to see which Thomas we've got this time. We have got Thomas Vader. So this is the carrier bot versus the cannon rush bot. Okay, so let me speed it up a little bit, because one thing I know, that Thomas Vader with Ximp in the red is going to play really safe. It's going to build a cannon. And the question is what Jacob Tranchik is going to do if it scouts this and sees, well, I can't rush it on my own, so it's going to wall in with cannons. And where are you going? Okay. So that's an interesting proposition. We've got Thomas Vader with a small ground army, but what this is going to be is a carrier play, and it's going to cannon up the entrance to the natural. it's all going to take a while, and we can safely assume that Jacob Tranchik isn't going to do anything else but build cannons, 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 cannons. I'm curious to see how the carriers of Thomas Vader are going to stack up against the many cannons of... Look at it, is this some kind of a cannon attack, that you cover the pylons with the cannons behind and tiger towards the enemy? And now we've got carriers in the main, and that is the one place where there aren't very many cannons. But now they're going to fly over the enemy cannons, and hopefully these cannons will hold up the interceptors, but it doesn't look like it. Damage is being done, and the next batch of carriers is on the way already. So it looks like Jacob Tranchik... Hey, what are they doing? Yeah, this is what I mean. So now it can only build 4 interceptors at a time, and if more cannon gets rebuilt here, but it isn't, it's stuck on 4. Oh, that's a pity. That is a pity. So it's not robust enough. It needs to select another probe to build more cannons. It's got the money, but it hasn't got the brains. That's a pity. Going catatonic. And although this is going slowly, there is the cavalry, there is the next group, and now Jacob Tranchik is, although it started to build gateways, it is too late. And now it's only a matter of time before these carriers are going to take over the world. And look at it, we've got the third group of carriers coming in, and more expansions on the way with more cannons. So Thomas Vader is going to take this easily, and that will demonstrate once more what the power of a good idea is, because it is not very complex. You just wall yourself in with cannons, you don't die. Behind that you tack up very, very slowly. Hey, look at that, we've got Templar tech. Oh, that must be for the upgrades, because you can't have more than one upgrade without Templar archives. And then behind all these cannons you tack up 2 carriers, and if the carriers are out, you just blast everything in its path. And look at this, 1 pro group of carriers in a human versus human match. It's not all that powerful because there are so many counters, but AIs get confused because all these interceptors keep flying about, and you can target 1, you can target 2, you can target 20, but there are so much more. And there go the last pylon. Yep. These 2 are the last, so again we'll grant this bot the satisfaction of killing the enemy completely and entirely. And this is the last pylon. Nice try by Jacob Tranchik with the learning cannon build bot, but not enough for Thomas Vader. Okay, which brings us to our latest and last match. And I pray to God my computer can handle this, because it is a somewhat larger replay. And at the beginning of the broadcast I did say that I hadn't seen any of these matches yet, but I had heard one. And I'll tell you how it came to pass, which might fill the intermezzo we have for my computer to load in this replay. I'm having a holiday, so I'm just sitting around on my own, reading stuff for university, or doing things, reading things for fun, playing a small game or 2, or just watching these AI bots do their thing. Yes, there it is. And at a certain point in time, the live stream failed in that respect that the game was being played, the sound was working, but the video was not. So I heard this characteristic zooming and pew pew of all the interceptors, and I thought, oh, that's nice, that is Thomas Vader. And I turned on the screen, but there wasn't anything to see because the video wasn't working. So I thought, well, too bad, I'll keep it on in the background. And I didn't get to turning the sound off because, I don't know, I just like to keep the stream on for viewers. And if there's a nice game on, I can catch it from time to time. So then I heard something which curled my blood, and we have got TSC Mu, or TSC Mu, against Thomas Vader. Okay, Thomas Vader is the runner-up of the Student StarCraft AI Tournament 2014. It has won, it has scored third, it has won the AIIDE, and it is a very, very good and a very accomplished bot. God, what more can I say? We all know what it does. It walls itself in with cannons, builds carriers, and goes over the top. That is not what TSC Mu is about, because TSC Mu is a new bot. It came to the scene during the last big tournament, in which it could not participate because of that, because you had to upload your bot before it started. There was a deadline and it didn't meet it. But after that, the development has gone so very fast. At first it was a very decent mech playing Terran. After that it started doing experiments with bio, and in the last broadcast we have seen something of that. It was very spectacular. We saw it take out Thomas Siri, and Thomas Siri does Reaver play, so can you imagine what kind of bio it takes to take out an army with Reavers? That's quite a lot, that's quite impressive. Okay, so we've got a gate functioning. It's tight, no one can get through, and if a unit wants to pass, it lifts. It's very clever. Now it's going to scout and see what is here. What have we got? We have got cannons. No, you shall not pass. Goodbye. Thomas Vader is going for the fast expand, and TC Mu is going for a fast expand as well. Nothing built. Nothing. Not a oh yeah, we've got a barracks, but no. Oh yeah, we've got a unit. Always, if I want to say we've got a barracks but no units, yeah, it's building units. So you had me again. That said, Thomas Vader's Ximp has a gateway. It's going to build a zealot, but after that, rest assured, is going for carriers. All the while tightening up its wall of its base. So, last couple of weeks ago, TSC Mu's strategy was mech, and it would just make siege tanks and vultures, a lot of vultures actually. More like vultures and a couple of siege tanks. It would have sieged down this base, and just clean everything up with a couple of Goliaths as soon as carriers were to be seen. Now, however, what have we here? We've got a barracks, we've got the weapons 1 upgrade, we've got another barracks, and we have got STIM researching. And what have we here? Another barracks. It is going bio. And that might be interesting, because the StarCraft Pro Gamer metagame dictates that you do not go bio against Protoss, you go mech. But with the potential that almost limitless APM offers, that sometimes in the game these bots do reach 20k APM or more, that is 20,000 actions per minute all across the map. Try casting that. I have tried, and sometimes I have failed. I've just had to pause the game and visit a couple, 4 or 5 locations at which action was happening. But if you've got very much APM at your disposal, you can do so many incredible things with bio. And that is what we are going to see. I do not know how this match will end. I only heard interceptors, which is isn't very hard if you've got Xin playing. Here come the first. No, this one will be first actually. This will be the first carrier. If you got carriers, you will hear interceptors. And look at this. It's just 77 supply. I'd wager about half of that is an army supply already. And it's just a 2-base pumping out Marines. And yes, we do have... Oh, we've got a science facility. We do have a starport. Perhaps it can do a drop play now, or a science vessel, I don't know. And this is very daring, but perhaps it's analyzed that Xin does like to take the long route. And by long route you will see in a minute, as these carriers move out, they don't like to fly straight at the enemy, but they like to hug a wall and either move along the edge like this, or they'll move along the edge and take the long way round. And look at this. This is a bunch of bio, and make no mistake, this bio is special because every marine, let's go back, every marine, every firebat and every medic of this group is microed individually. So at this point of the game, TSC move would generally be at an APM level of I think 3 to 5,000, which is 10 times as fast as the fastest Korean programmer. And it's long distance mining, I don't know why, but it must have, it probably has a good reason, I don't know where they're going. I do not know what it's doing. Sometimes bots do things like that, and no one really knows why. And yeah, there we go. The carriers are taking the long way across the back, and let me slow down the time. What have we here? Will it? No, they won't get scouted. That is a big advantage, and they will easily take out this expansion. Will probably not finish. First weapon upgrade done already. Okay, and now we've got the Marines versus Interceptors, and Marines versus Interceptors is a very, very good battle because we've got a hell of a lot of Interceptors and a hell of a lot of Marines as well, so it's going to be a bit of a mess, but in the end, with Stim from the back, these Marines are going to be victorious, and now they're going to chase these colossal ships back into a corner, and it is only to be hoped that they can reach a cliff before they get surrounded by all of these angry little blue guys with big guns. Okay, that said, no, this SCV is being chased off, very good, more cannons. At the other end of the spectrum we've got a cannon wall which is very, very hard to take by medic and marine, especially if some carriers are overhead delivering air support. So 160 supply on 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. Actually this one did get up, although the comp set died, but it's... Ooh, it's not being rebuilt. We've got a nuclear silo. How interesting. And this is silly because these carriers are building interceptors. They are not attacking for some reason, and these marines are frozen or locked or being blocked by these medics here. And these are two of the very top bots in the pool. These are two of the best AIs, the most successful AIs, I should say, in AI battles. Okay, and one ghost is going to town on... Oh, and we've got a small gap. So perhaps now they can kill some carriers. Because I'm wondering, where are the other carriers going to be? Okay, we've got 4 more on the way. They're on +1 still. So we will have 8 carriers versus a hell of a lot of M&M. Okay, good. More troops joining the party. More and more and more. Oh, that's interesting. And we've got a nuclear silo. No nuke yet, of course, but perhaps because oh, we've got a fight on our hands. Oh, look at that. Yep, a supply is being reserved for 1 nuke, and hopefully we'll get to see a nuke on these carriers. You never know, but if you don't wish, no one will hear you and you won't get it anyway. Then again, what have we here? We've got a couple of firebats, a marine, and we've got a ghost. By now I may tell you what I heard this afternoon. I heard nuclear launch detected, and then I heard nothing. Which can either mean 2 things. One is that the nuke didn't launch, or that it did launch and didn't hit before, because the ghost was killed before it could hit. Or because the automatic observer software chose to focus on a different screen than in which the nuke was landing, which is always a bad idea, because if there is a nuke, there is nothing in the whole wide world which would be better to show than a nuke going off. Okay, so we've got a nuke. Is this the ghost? No, we have... Where is it? Is it here? No, it's not here. It's not there. I don't know. Oh, we'll get it. Whoa! Look at it! It's nuking right here! It's nuking the carriers! Oh god, TSC Mew is going to be so glad when he sees this. When he... I don't know, I've sent him the replay, but... Oh no, they are not moving! They are not moving! They are not moving! Oh dear, I think that was 9 carriers at a stroke. Where is the hero of the hour? Did he get blown up as well? I fear he did. That is a dreadful pity, but 1 nuke and 9 carriers, that is amazing. Some more are coming, and we've got a kind of a weird stalemate because, okay, it's now all Marine. No. Apparently 8 supply is being reserved for 1 nuke. So, oh god, Sim can just fly in. No, they will kill this before they arrive here. But we'll probably get another nuke on another group of carriers here. Oh, and we have... what is that? Oh, that's interesting. Because these carriers are going to town on this base. And it is not being defended because all the units are stuck here. Or idling around somewhere else. But if they're going to be here, perhaps they might... No, they are stuck here. Okay. So once this is dead, the carriers will resume their course at the border of the map. No, fly upward. Yeah, very good. Okay, yeah, here we go. And now the battle is on because now the Marines must see it. Okay, well, oh god, where? Let me pause it. Where is it? It's not here. Is it here? Yeah, it's here. We've got this ghost, and this ghost is not shooting, it's making a laser pointer at a group of carriers. And 1 gets locked down, 2 get locked down, then 2 are fleeing! Oh, and the M&M is moving in, they are moving! Oh god, 20 M&M died, and 2 carriers got away. That is a pity, but we have seen another nuke, which is always... I say, always nice to see. I don't know if it's going to be as awesome at the end of the game, because this can go on for quite a while. Because all these Marines are stuck here, what are they doing? What are they doing? I don't know. We've got another ghost here. It could lock something down, it doesn't. And it dies. And now these carriers are going straight for the enemy main. And 2 here are stuck still. Okay, let's keep an eye on the silos because we need to know when the nukes are ready. And as you can see, we've got action here with an arbiter. Oh, that is nice because, oh well, the interceptors are visible anyway. But now these carriers can do massive damage to the Terran. And oh no, you need to stay. Now the carriers are under fire. And I've lost the nuke. It's still there. Good. 2 here. Oh no, you are not. You are kidding me. You are. Who is doing that? Let me pause. We've got a nuke here. Who is doing that? That person is going to have so many issues. I don't know. It must be here somewhere. Is it here somewhere? I don't know where it is. But so many Marines are going to die, and they're all filling up in this little cauldron. And this carrier is dead already, and they all die. Look at it! 50 M&M dead at a single nuke. And now we've got 2 groups of carriers with arbiter support, and they are free to engage this base because there isn't anything. Well, there's some turrets here, and still a hell of a lot of M&M here for some reason, and a lot of SCVs as well. Oh dear, that is a pity. So these carriers have free reign. No, comsat. What will be built here? Another comsat or another silo. The silo is building, so we will get another nuke perhaps, but okay. Science vessel. So we've got detection. And we've got a bit of M&M because 50 supply worth of Marines and medics got killed by this 1 nuke. And now we've got 3 Marines fighting... Where are we? No, we need 1. We need 1. It's probably a 3-3 carrier as well, so that's a good thing. But now all the carriers die, and Terran looks to be poised to take back a base. Oh, and a battlecruiser. Nuclear lawn. Okay, now we're in the shit because We've got action here. We have got... Oh, we've got it here. Yeah, I think. It's not shooting, it's firing. And now I will have to cast simultaneously the defense of outpost 4 o'clock, the probe killing at the 6 o'clock, the firebats standing around, well they can do without casting, and the nuke on this base. Let's do the nuke. Where's the sound? No, the sound. These carriers die. And the nuke, where is it positioned exactly? Oh no, it kills itself. Oh dear. But all the cannon dies. And TSC Mu seems to be in a good position. These carriers here are locked up. We've got angry Marine Medic surrounding it. We've got a lot of Marine Medic here, so if TSC Mu would be good enough to drop another nuke here, it would free up a lot of supply, not to say APM, and that's a pity because it's now on 200 supply. Nuke building again, 2 carriers caught up here, but this base is going nowhere. The natural has mined out, the third is getting low, and this base is under fire, and if the next nuke will tap it on the shoulder, it will perish, it will disappear from the face of the earth. Thermonuclear holocaust, yada yada. Okay, so are we having more carriers? We are having more carriers, and an arbiter. Carriers, arbiter. Yeah, and it's locked down, being killed off by a single ghost. This one battlecruiser, I don't know what it's doing. Oh god, not again. Okay, we've got a base here, which by the looks of it, no, this one is firing. Where is it? Okay, we've got a... Is it you? Or the ghost die already? Was it this one? Or is it here somewhere again? I don't know. Or we had a ghost standing here, so the nuke might... Okay, all of you help me look for a little red dot. It's not here. This base got whacked. No, it's gone already. Is it here? No, this one isn't launching a nuke. Let me look closely. What have we got here? These are only Marines. Is there a ghost here? There could have been one. I'm not sure. Or no, it's not here. It wouldn't make sense to launch a nuke here, except for fun. I say that the ghost is somewhere here. I'll slow it down. Slow it down a bit. We'll have another chance to find it. Was it here? No, it's not here. Was it there? It's not there. Look at the minimap. Oh, that. No, it wasn't here, it wasn't there, it wasn't anywhere. Okay, so perhaps the ghost got too close to a cannon or something and died. Could be, they do all the time. So, Ximp is on 2 base, is being surrounded by a lot of M&M. Half of the army is still standing here, half of the workforce is still standing here, but if you look at the supplies, it's on 6,000, 1,000. And if you are going bio, that is a lot of money to build stuff with. Okay, next nuke will probably fall on this group of carriers, because Protoss doesn't have really anything else worth nuking anymore. Perhaps this base. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so now you see these bots, they can do pressure here with a battlecruiser versus a carrier with some infantry while killing a base, and these SCVs are trying to repair it, and these GOs are locking things down, and we've got... Oh god, we've got another one. This time, where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Is it here somewhere? Is it this one again? No, it's this one. And the nuke is... Is it this one? Yep, it is this one. And the nuke is landing here. So that's a pretty good spot. Let's see, well, these carriers, they will occupy themselves. This Nexus still has not died yet. It's got 21 shields, so this battlecruiser is being occupied by the carrier. So let's have a look. There we go! Oh, this is going to be expensive. 1, 2, 3, 7... 12 photon cannons dead at the cost of only 1 nuke. Isn't that beautiful? So now Protoss is under siege because Terran seems to be poised to push in the natural. And Protoss Ximp is running out of minerals. It's got a third which is very low, it's got a fourth which is under attack and running low already, and it's trying to build carriers and arbiters. And if it's building carriers, they are playing... oh, look, this is a nice group. So it is getting something back with the cloak of the arbiters. It is very efficient. But if you look at it, all these carriers are building, so interceptors are getting killed, and Protoss is on so few bases. Okay, the SCVs have found something better to do with their time. They were standing all around doing nothing in this piece, and these Marines and medics, these medics are evil. They just keep catching Marines and blocking them. These carriers, oh, look at that. We've got a couple of that is interesting. It's cast 2 defensive matrices, one on a... oh god, not again. How can it be so fast? Has it got another silo? It's got one, it's got one, it's got one. No. It's got only one silo and so many nukes. This one, no, that is... okay, where are we? If it is somewhere here, we are going to see something very awkward, because... look at it, the supply is dropping, stuff is being rebuilt, the gas supply is getting low. For some reason, I don't know, with such an economy how you can have a lack of gas, but not enough gas is being mined. Look at it. In the natural and in the main, but not in the third. So it's not mining enough gas, and if it keeps that up, all the medics will be dead, and these few carriers will be able to kill all. You can build a hell of a lot of Marines with 3k. Okay, right. Oh, is it here? It might be here. That would be so cool to have a... yep, it is here. Where's the dot? The dot is here. It will kill itself as well, but the Nexus will die too. And a Matrix goes delivering a nuke. Oh, and it lives! It lives, it lives, it lives, and they're killing probes, so they could target the Nexus. They are not doing so. Back to the action here. Terran is burning through cash at an alarming rate, and these carriers are rebuilding interceptors at an alarming rate as well, and this base is under attack. So if a cannon does not get up here very, very pronto, this base will be out, the third will be out, and it will be long distance mining with harassing Marines and a Matrix Ghost along the way. Look at it. Only 23 left, so these carriers, look at it, they haven't got enough money to build interceptors anymore. They've got a lot of kills, but with all these M&M flocking in, it's not going to be enough. Everything is getting killed, and the Nexus is still alive, but after these 2 probes kick it, how much longer will it be alive? Okay, well, no. First the probes, then the pylon, then the Nexus. It can last a little while longer, but look at it. This main army, we've got one with 8 more. This one got 6, 4, 3, 5, 2. Oh god, where is it now? This is so infuriating. Is it this one again? Yep. This time it's going for sure. And oh well, this will last a little bit longer. Build another one. It must, for us. And now it's going to nuke itself, the Nexus and the pylon. All the while, all these interceptors are getting killed, although the Marines aren't really targeting them. But back to the nuke. For Aya, I salute you, and the pylon lives with 5 HP and... oh dear, 5 HP only. Meanwhile, I don't know what's going on here, but these Marines aren't targeting anything. But there are only 2 carriers left. Oh, some more here. Some more here. and Protoss cannot possibly keep this up because it's got no money, it's got a little bit of gas, but it's got no minerals. And Terran, although it is burning through minerals at an alarming rate, look at it, 1 base, 2 base, 3 base, 4 base, 5 bases, and it's only got 3.5k banked because it's just playing World War I with Space Marines versus spaceships. It is still getting the job done because the economy of Protoss is in the gutters. It is gone. It has died. And this carrier, this battlecruiser, we've got 2 battlecruisers which have been repaired, but they are not getting any kills in, I don't know why. And these Marines, look at it! They seem to be wanting to target these carriers, but they can't. They're just standing there, just being fed from the barracks. And only here are some units being targeted, but not enough. So many die. So many die. Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of carriers, but 0 income for Protoss. Only a little bit of gas. So how long can this go on? Probably until the next nuke. Which... Hey... We have not got a nuke. How curious is that? Which is a pity. Okay, so no more nukes, and these carriers are, even without building interceptors on a ground scale, doing a number, but now it all seems to be depleted. Now we've got the lockdown, now we've got the units getting in there, we've got the defensive matrix, and these carriers seem to have had their best day. Look at it, they're all being locked down, they're all being killed. They've got a lot of cannons still, but against the map worth of economy, look at it. Look at all the dead infantry here. Huh, that was a Yamato. Oh, that is very cute. And Marines with Matrix versus lockdown carriers is very interesting. But where are my... Oh, there is one. Oh, good. Would be a shame if we wouldn't get to see another nuke anymore. So, there we go. Ooh, this one is taking a lot of damage. It should be repaired, and the SCVs are coming into the battle zone to repair it, catching some fire themselves. I don't know what it's doing. Oh dear, where is it? Is it here? Is it this one? It might be this one. And as you can see, or is it here? No, that pylon died. It might very well be this one ghost, and it's in the line of fire. So unless these cannons kill the Marines first, will they? Oh, the Matrix is holding. The Matrix is holding. One more, and there we go. A lot of cannon dies again, and only 2 more standing, and that is the last of it. Will we get one more? We will get one more, but will it be in time? Because the third is gone. We've got 2 carriers with 1 interceptor between 26 and 37 kills, but only 1 interceptor. That is a pity. And this science vessel is going to provide high ground cover, but if they're going to hang here, it won't matter. Back at the main entrance, all the infantry is dying. Some more carriers. Oh, 1 more interceptor here as well. They could probably kill this one last battlecruiser. It probably will if it keeps moving around like that. And look at Terran. It is burning through money. It is insane. Look at all these barracks. You can say, well, we haven't got multiple building selection in Brute War, but if you're an AI, you just make a list of all your buildings and you say, well, plop! Did you see that? All at the same time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the progress bars are exactly in the same position. It's building 20 Marines at a time. And we've got more barracks here, so it can build about 40 bio units at a time. It is astounding. And even though so many are dying here, so many are dying, they didn't know they... Oh, that's courteous. Where is the ghost? I don't know where the ghost is, but the nuke is going to land here, and on a lot of bio again. This cannot be. Oh no 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 no. Oh god. That could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse, because this group of Marines is still alive. The carrier... no, the observer has had enough. It's hanging here, and there might be a carrier underneath too. I can't see it. We've got the extractor, we've got a crazy battlecruiser, and we've got a lot of bio just ravaging the base. And we've got a small pocket of bio. I think it's about 25, 30 supply worth of M&M standing around here. We've got another nuke coming. And look at it, look at all the money TSCMU is mining. Another barracks just got completed. It is astounding. It is not maxed. I don't know where it's saving its last bit of last bit of supply for, but it's crazy. And if you could get one more nuke in the middle of all of this, that would be crazy. But if you look at it, oh, we've got a ghost. We have got a ghost, which is a good thing. And the nuke is ready. So light up the sky, please. Nuke, fire. Here, and then everyone is going to stand here. No, it's going to have mercy on itself. It is not launching its last nuke. It is finishing in style. TSCMU takes out Thomas Vader after an impressive fight. And I'm going to have a small peek at the resources and units lost, because resources. That is impressive. 66,000 minerals and gas spent on infantry. Units which cost on average 50 and 10. Structures produced 100, okay. Ximp a little bit less, but with all the cannons. Oh, that's interesting. It built only 87 and it lost 89. That is impressive. But if you look at the units, 700 infantry, of which I think 500 Marines, and so many died. Okay, so this was the broadcast of the Student StarCraft AI Tournament livestream server. I plucked some replays from the replay depositories and casted them. We'll be doing this a lot more often to show you what is going on in Brood War AI land, and we'll be going in a little bit of more in depth in what coding is. We'll be having specials on certain bots or on certain concepts, and I hope you will tune in then as well. You might learn something, you might come over and have a peek at what we are doing. You might even get into coding AI yourself. So again, thank you for listening, and goodbye.